Hey, what's up, everybody? Thunderfist 1978 coming at you here on Tyno Thursday. Hope everybody's had a great day so far. No, we're not playing Marine Date again tonight. Right as I was getting everything underway, it started on the. Hold on a second. It started on the demo. This is what we're playing tonight. We're playing Strike Bowling, which is a game of bowling. It looks to have been released in 1982, and it looks like if you score 220 or higher, it gives you a free game. Let's see how we do. So we're gonna be playing this with the trackball, which it's always the. Okay, yeah. Roll it straight down. Strike! Oh, man. We got dancing girls and everything. Let's see if we can get another one. So not quite Capcom bowling level of flashiness, but this is pretty fun. Turkey! Right between the arrows. That's right where we want it. Hey, hey! Okay. Go! 5 in a row! It's like, holy cow! We are on track to get our 220 at the very least. It'd be awesome if we get a perfect game. I have never gotten a perfect game in any bowling game. But we're at 6 for 6 so far. 7 for 7. I think we got our 220. Or no, we're at 210 now. We need 10 more points for 220. And we got it. So far, this is proving to be the easiest bowling game I've ever played. And I'm not saying that as a bad thing. I'm actually excited with the possibility that I could be getting a 300 here. Especially given the fact that it's the first time I'm playing this particular game. No! Well, I still got a strike. Thank goodness. All right, here we go. Moment of truth. Perfect game, 300. All right, we want to roll that ball straight. Nope. That's all right. I still got a 300. Which that's the first time I've gotten a 300 period in any form of bowling. This trackball is pretty responsive. And most games that don't let you put your initials in, they only keep track of the highest score. It's interesting how this one keeps track of the top 5. Wouldn't it be something if I can get if I can get 300 all the way down the scoreboard? I'm gonna try to do that by the time the night's over. Ooh, I was not sure if that was gonna knock them all down. One more pin and we get our 220. I wonder if that'll give me another free game, though. I kind of feel like it's probably one free game per play, and then you have to pay to play again. I feel like that's probably how it goes. Either way, we've gone well above 220 at this point. By the way, the highest I've ever scored at real bowling is 191. Would love to get higher than that someday, but we'll see. So we'll let us play again. Like if we were playing this on a cabinet, it would be a free game. Nope. I gotta say, I'm really excited, or I'm really, oh, that's a split. Or I thought it was gonna be. I'm really surprised, though, that it's not more difficult to get a 300 than it is. It's like as long as you choose the ball rolling straight, all you got to do is get it between those two arrows and just roll that ball straight, and you've got it. Strikes every time. That's my best turkey impression. And go. Hey, hey. This is going to be my lowest score so far, definitely. Oh, especially after that. Oh, that's nasty. That is a nasty split. No. Oh. Looks like you have a time limit as far as rolling the ball. Nope. I'm not going to get the 220 this time. 219 at the most. No, 211 at the most. Excuse me. That's if I get a strike here. Got to pony up. All right, here we go. I wonder why you can only hook it in one direction and not either left or right, but only to the left. It's rather strange. I do have to say, though, I do have a favorite bowling arcade game, and that's Crazy Bowl by Sammy, which came out in 1994. I mean, I do like Capcom bowling, but which, by the way, Capcom only released that. They didn't actually develop it. It was developed by Incredible Technologies, the same company behind Time Killers. Among other games. Another game they developed was Street Fighter the movie, the arcade version of that. And I could be wrong, but I think it was Coors Light Bowling before it was ever Capcom Bowling. And then eventually or like maybe that was a version for bars, and then they released Capcom Bowling for other places like bowling alleys, for instance. I'm pretty sure the first place I ever saw Capcom Bowling was at a bowling alley. Well, so much for my 300 here. Wow. I don't know what I'm doing wrong all of a sudden. Wait for it. There we go. That's what we want to see. One more pin. And, no, 2 more. And we'll get our 220. And we'll get a free game. See, where was that earlier? When I got those 2 spares. Where were these strikes at? Oh, come on. Uh, 257 if I hit this one, 256 if I don't. 257. All right, here we go. Oh, come on. Why you got to leave that last one there just to taunt me? Dun, 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 dun. I can do it right along with the game at this point. So we've not had any games under 200 at this point. But we have had a score under 220. And I could be wrong, but I think this is a Japan-only release. I know I've never seen any records of a cabinet for this. At least like when you see the classic Taito side art cabinets with that iconic Taito on the side, like right around the top. When it's painted different colors depending on what game was originally in the cabinet. I've never seen one for Strike Bowling. That's what leads me to believe this may have been a Japan-only release. But who knows? I also wonder about Birdie King, which that's what we'll be playing next week for Taito Tuesday or Taito Thursday, whichever day it ends up being. Which that one is pretty much the predecessor to Golden Tee. Because Golden Tee uses a trackball just like Birdie King does. I thought we were going to Split City there for a moment. 257 if I knock them all down. It's going to be 247 plus... Okay, 257. I was going to say it's going to be 247 plus whatever I got there. It's twice I've gotten 257. Want that ball going straight. I wonder what happens like if you wait. If you wait too long, like does the ball roll on its own? And if so, what kind of trajectory and what kind of velocity does it roll with? Oh, come on. That's the last thing you ever want to do is hit that head pin straight on. You always want to hit it at an angle. like that. Now, a lot of times what'll happen in real bowling, if you hit that head pin straight on, you'll end up with what's referred to as a 7-10 split. Basically, what that means is the pins on the very sides next to the gutters on the back row will stay up while all the rest of them go down. It's the worst split in bowling to try to make up. It can be done, but I've never been skilled enough to do it. I've only ever seen actual bowlers do it. But still, it's not a situation you want to find yourself in. Oh! I did not think I was going to luck out there, but we did. I don't know if you guys can hear the trackball when I roll it, but I'm gonna put it up to the microphone so you guys can hear it better. Look what happened. All right. Well, I got a spare at least. Man, how lousy. I was working on an earlier strike. And I got a 1. Okay, I need at least a 9 in order to get 220. We got it. We got it. So 241 plus whatever I get here. Well, no, strikes don't necessarily work that way. Okay, 248. Huh? I should have gotten an extra credit there. I guess after a certain number of replays, you stop getting them. That makes sense. I would have thought it would have just been one replay, and then if you wanted to play again, you would have to pop another quarter in. But you get at least 2 or 3 replays if you can keep those scores of 220 going. Which I think I finally got that. Oh, are you kidding me? Are you freaking kidding me? That 7-pin would not go down. Maybe next time you'll go down when I tell you to. Or when the ball tells you to, I should say. In any event, I'm pretty sure all the scores on the scoreboard are now above 220. Oh, this is going to be a horrible split to try to make. Oh, that was a horrible split. So anytime there's a gap like that between pins beyond what they're supposed to be, like when there's no pins in the gap. That's referred to as a split. And as you've seen, splits can take many, many forms. There we go. Why can't I keep hitting that every time? Okay, if I can get at least 9 at this point, then I've got my 220. Actually, I think I've already got it. Yeah, I'm looking at 241 if I can get this last strike. And we got it. But that was not high enough to get on the leaderboard. Got to get at least 248 to get on that leaderboard. What? Oh my gosh. Really? Dude, what gives? Probably be me bowling in real life at this point. I haven't been bowling in so long. I'm really, really rusty. And it's always a toss-up how it's going to do, how it's going to display scores of 0. Like whether it's the dash that you see there, or a 0, or a G for gutter. It's like, different games display that differently. Hey. Keep those cheers going. There's going to be plenty more to cheer about as the night goes on. Like that. I got to say, though, that's nice moves. That's nice movement for the pins in 1982. Because the pins move similar to that in Capcom Bowling. I really wonder if like their big inspiration was Strike Bowling. Now, see, there's another bowling game I would love to see in arcades called Strata Bowling. Now that was released, not developed, but released by the same company that released games like Time Killers and Bloodstorm. They didn't develop them. That was Incredible Technologies. I think Incredible Technologies developed Strata Bowling as well. It's the visuals and the audio are very similar to Capcom Bowling, but it has it has its own jingle. And at least in some cabinets, instead of you rolling a trackball to roll the ball, you actually have to roll a ball, kind of like you're playing skee ball. Like you roll a ball on this really short lane. Which that was a really cool mechanic for back then. I mean, you would expect that at skee ball, but not like a bowling game unless you were actually bowling. See, this is what we want to see. I'm gonna shut up. I'm gonna shut up. So I want to jinx it. I'm gonna see if I can do it with it this time. If I can get another strike. Dun da 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 da. Oh my god! I ruined it! I ruined it! Oh my gosh! That's a heartbreaker. That is a heartbreaker. I don't know how that even happened. But that in real bowling, that would have been a miracle spare. But still, 6 strikes in a row, and I blew it. Completely blew it. Oops. Oh well. This run was already trash anyway. $256. And 256 is now the score you must beat in order to get on the scoreboard. Wait for it. Go! Yeah, that's what I need to be doing. It's just like stay to the back, line the ball up, and then just roll straight forward. No! Why would you do that? Why? This run's trash. This run is trash. Hey there, Havana. How you doing? Welcome in. Are you a fan of retro? If so, you've come to the right place. Now, I'm not purely retro. I'm what you'd refer to as a variety streamer, but I do have Taito Tuesday and Sega Saturday each week, and we play using mini cabs. I'm using the Egret 2 Mini for this one. It's going pretty well. Trying to replicate my first game of the night. I actually got a 300 earlier, which is my first time getting a 300 in any form of bowling. Would love to see that happen again before the night's over. Wait for it. Go! If only I hadn't blown it those other 2 frames. But I think we're still going to get the 220. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. You know, I try to keep things wholesome around here as much as possible. That doesn't mean it's always going to be that way. I mean, I do rage at times. So this is the kind of controller I'm using. It's got a trackball and a some people call it a rotator knob, others call it a paddle, but it's going to be a couple of weeks before we actually use the paddle. Oh no. Oh my gosh, almost. So my main games right now are the East series. If you're not familiar with East, it's a series that has about almost as much history as Zelda. The first East game came out the year after the original Zelda game, and currently there are 11 main games in the series, like not counting the remakes that several of the games have gotten. Like Memories of Celceta, which replaced East 4, and then Oath in Felghana is a remake of East 3. Oh, this is a nasty split. Nasty split. How did I pick that up? How did I pick that up? I could just see it now if I was playing Crazy Bowl. Nice pickup. That's what we'd be hearing right now. I said it earlier, but that's my favorite bowling arcade game of all time. I would love to see that get like a re-release in modern times, but I'm not holding my breath on it because that's a Sammy release, and they merged with Sega years ago, and Sega does not like to let anyone else license their arcade games. Oh, hold on a second. I'll check that in just a moment. Looks like auto mod. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, there's we've got to be careful about advertising services like that in chat. We really do need to be careful with that. Let's see. Yeah, I got my 220. So I'll get a free game after this. The way this game works, you can get up to like 2 or 3 free games. 265. And that's the end of that game. Okay, that's my third highest of the night. Still, I want to see another 300. Would love to see another 300. Seriously? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, that's robbery. That is straight up robbery. Well, that wasn't. Somehow, I just kind of had a feeling when I flicked the trackball that that I had flicked it like off to the side instead of straight like I meant to do. Not a fan of how this game's going. So I was trying to do another 300, but it doesn't look like that's going to happen. Well, no, it's not going to happen because you miss one pin, you ain't getting a 300. There's just no two ways about that. Then again, bowling's got kind of an interesting score system to it. If you come right down to it, if it was scoring each individual pin and not doing the special scoring rules, the most you could ever score is 120. It's all thanks to special scoring rules that you can get higher than that. That you can score higher than that. Let me clarify what I meant to say by that. Just so there's no confusion, nobody what's the word I'm looking for? Nobody draws anything from that's not meant to be drawn from it. That's what I'm trying to say. If I can get another strike, we for sure got our 220. Yep. I can go this round, not hit any pins, and still get 220. Of course, I don't want to just get 220. Although it's already too late to get a perfect score. That's 230. All right, let's go. Better not air the thought I just had out loud. Don't want to jinx it. Wait for it. Go! Nice! Gotta keep that up. Like I said, I may have already jinxed it. Hopefully I didn't. I still can't figure out why you can only curve the ball one direction. Because most bowling games, you've got two directions that you could curve the ball. I ruined it. I ruined it. Oh my gosh, that's a heartbreaker. Well, I had a feeling I jinxed it earlier. That's proof right there that I did. Now the question becomes, how badly did I jinx it? Could be 273. It's 263 plus whatever I get here. 273. That's my second highest score of the night. All right, here we go. I like how it has a little bowler on the side, like on the bezel. The bezel is the artwork on the glass that goes around the monitor. That if you're unfamiliar with terminology as far as parts of an arcade cabinet, that's what the bezel is. It goes over the monitor and puts like a little. Usually you'll have like an artwork border around it. If you've seen an arcade machine at all, no doubt you've seen what I'm talking about. You know, with those little colored lines forming the border around it. That's the although that's probably not what the bezel looks like for this cabinet, although it could be. Oh my God, what? What? I can't believe that. This run's trash anyway. Nope. Now, see, why didn't we get that last time? I don't understand why I didn't. Like when I got that, well, the last two times I should say, the two times I got spares instead of strikes. I don't understand why that happened. And I came up 3 points short of what's necessary to get on the leaderboard. Well, 4 points, really. So you got to get above that lowest score in order to get your new score on the leaderboard. Since it doesn't tell you to enter your initials, you got no way of knowing whether or not your duplicate score replaces what's already there or whether it doesn't. There we go. Wait for it. Ha ha! That's right. Keep those cheers coming. There's going to be plenty more to cheer about. Oh my gosh. $290 plus whatever I get here. Perfect game! My second 300 score. Now let's see if I can do it 3 more times. You know, somebody mentioned that Marine Date, the game we played on our last Taito. I guess it was Taito Thursday when we had it, but they said it was they compared it to a golf game. I'm not sure if I would compare that to a golf game. It's more like a game of pool. I mean, you could make the argument that it's mini golf, but it feels more like pool to me. You know, it just now occurred to me that this SD card. Oh my gosh, are you serious? That's trash. Ooh, that's a nasty one. That's game. Yeah, I don't know how they managed that. That strike in the demo, I mean. Oh my gosh, yes. Right there. I don't think I've ever gotten like 5 strikes in a row, but I've gotten a couple of turkeys in my time. I remember the first time I ever got a turkey. I was so excited. I was in my teens. I remember that. I wanted to say I was like 13 or 14 when I got my first turkey. I was really nervous about that one. And I'm nervous now. Perfect game. That's 3 perfect games we've had so far. And now 268 is the minimum score that must be beaten to make it to the high score table. Not that anyone will be able to see who got the scores, but I digress. Okay. Nope. I think right there. No! No! Gosh! I'm trying to think what I did wrong there. Because I could swear I had the ball perfectly positioned. I don't know if maybe I didn't roll it with enough oomph or what. That might have been what it was. It just might not have registered enough oomph. This will probably make it to the high score table. Yeah, that's 279. That should make it to number 2. Or, no, number 4. Because I forgot I've got 3 300 games. So 273. That's... You have to beat 273 to get on the high score table at this point. At least on my unit. Oops. Now that's interesting. I'm glad it didn't make me lose my turn. Because if I'd have lost my perfect game over that, that would have been horrible. Kind of treated it as the bowler stepping over the line. Which I think a lot of times when that happens, if the bowler's already let the ball go, like before the foul resets, a lot of the automatic score mechanisms at bowling alleys will completely negate the score of that roll. Which that sucks. Nervous on that one. That's all I need. 2 more times. It's kind of like I'm literally letting the ball go from all the way back in the lane, and it's just knocking all the pins down. I love it. 4 perfect games. 1 more. That's all I want. If I can get 1 more, we will have filled that score table up with all perfect scores. Well, that's the kind of start we want. I was actually really looking forward to this game because I really like bowling arcade games. I don't know how a lot of other people in the community feel about them, but you know, when I see a bowling arcade game, well, sometimes I like to go up to it if it's like pro bowling or super strike bowling or like the more modern kind of bowling that game that you see in a lot of arcades today. A lot of times I don't go over to that one quite as much. I like that, like the classic bowling games like Capcom Bowling, and I would definitely play this if I saw it in an arcade. But I know I said this earlier, there's no bowling arcade game to me that can touch Crazy Bowl. That is forever the best bowling game of all time. That is a hill I will die on. I just wish I could bowl this well when I was playing Crazy Bowl. Or Capcom Bowling for that matter. Just need to judge better when I play those, where I need to stand roll strike balls every time. We know where to do it in this game. It's right there. And then roll it straight, strikes every time. Well, as long as you roll it with enough oomph, I should say. If you don't have that velocity going, your results are going to be much different. All right, moment of truth. Perfect game. We've got all 300s in that high score table. Huh. Trying to get the other controller up in time. Okay, now I got it. Okay. For some reason, when I pressed that button earlier, it wouldn't do anything. Like the button that brings up the menu. Oh, nice. See, now we're picking up strikes pretty much every time. Like, where was this earlier? Those pin mechanics do make it pretty easy to get strikes as long as you position the ball carefully. My wrist has a tendency to turn when I bowl in real life, though. That's my biggest problem with my bowling game. All right, folks, I think we're going to go ahead and call it for the night. Thank you so much to everyone for tuning in. The next time we come back for Taito Tuesday or Taito Thursday, as the case becomes, we're going to be playing Birdie King, which also came out in 1982 and which also uses the trackball. That's another one that I've never seen. That I've never seen in arcades. I kind of feel like this one might have gotten a release outside Japan, but I've never seen it personally. So tomorrow night's stream is probably going to be late in coming because Stand By Me is playing for its 40th anniversary in theaters, and I'm going to see it tomorrow night. That's the first rated R movie I ever watched, and you know it's a movie that's still near and dear to my heart. So I've got to see it while it's playing. With that being said, it is now time to find someone to raid before we go. Let's see who's on. Guys, we're going to raid Emmy Divergent. She is playing Fallout New Vegas, and you know, she's such a delightful has such a delightful personality. I actually met her at TwitchCon last year, and she's just as much fun to hang around in person as she is to watch on stream. But once again, thank you so much to everyone for tuning in. I'll see you back tomorrow when we continue East 7. But for now, this is Thunderfist 1978 signing off.